I'm going to show you 3 design techniques to make chic balloon arches, including textured clusters, attaching accent foils, and draping beautiful fabrics. First, we need to make clusters of 6 balloons. I'm going to inflate one 18-inch and one 11-inch balloon using my electric balloon inflator. Once both balloons are nearly their full size, let some air out and gently press them against a table so that they're nice and round. Then tie them together into a pair by wrapping the nozzle around twice and tying them in a knot. This will create the first pair of our cluster. Take 2 more 11-inch balloons of the same color and inflate them anywhere between 5 and 8 inches in diameter. Let a little bit of air out, press them against a table or your torso so that they're nice and round, and then tie these into a pair as well. Make a second pair of 2 11-inch balloons in the exact same way, and then we're going to join all 3 pairs together into our cluster of 6. Starting with the 18-inch pair and one of those 11-inch pairs, overlap them so that the nozzles touch in the center, and then twist one balloon from each of those pairs around each other, securing them into a quad. To this quad, take that second all 11-inch balloon pair and nestle it in so all the nozzles touch. Then twist one balloon from this pair around one of the balloons in the quad, completing our cluster of 6. Make 2 clusters of 6 and 2 quads of all 11-inch balloons in each of the 3 colors for this design. I'm using a 6.5 foot tall circle arch that I got off of eFavorMart. I'll have it linked below if you'd like to use it as well, but right now it's time to add the balloons. 1 foot left of the top center, I'm going to add the first quad. Slip the quad over the frame so that the nozzles are touching the frame, and then take the 2 balloons with the frame in between them and twist them around each other twice. Don't worry about arranging the balloons of this first quad just yet, as they're going to be kind of floppy until we add more balloons. Take a cluster that's the same color as your quad and slip it onto the frame, orienting this cluster so that the 18-inch balloon points outwards. Press the cluster onto the frame so that the nozzles of the cluster are touching the frame, and then take the 2 balloons with the frame in between them and twist them around each other twice. Once the cluster is secured to the frame, I'm going to press the quad and cluster together so that there aren't any gaps between the balloons. Slip a quad of a different color onto the frame, twist the balloons around each other, attaching it to the frame, and then nestle this quad right up against the cluster of the previous color. Attach a cluster of the second color, making sure you're paying attention to where you're placing those 18-inch balloons. I don't want them all on one side, so I'm going to rotate around where they sit on the arch. Some on the outside, some on the front, and some on the inside edge of the circle arch. Attach a quad and cluster of the third color next, and then I'll repeat the color scheme going back to that first color. As I add these quads and clusters, you'll see me play around with the balloon placement. Often I'll try and put smaller balloons on the inside edge of the circle so that the balloons nestle tightly together without feeling crowded. As I near the bottom of the circle arch, I'm paying attention to where the feet of my arch are. I want either a cluster or quad to sit just to the left of that foot, and then the next quad or cluster to sit just on the right side of that foot. You can adjust the balloon placement a little bit by either scrunching the clusters up a little bit or pulling them down a little bit so you don't have any major gapping. Then, once you get between the feet where the circle arch is closest to the floor, you'll want to take the smallest balloon of your quads and clusters and use that to slip underneath the frame and twist it around the balloon next to it to secure your quad or cluster to the frame. I'm going to take the same care arranging my balloons next to the other foot, and then for the final color of this design, I want to actually flip around the pattern. So here you can see I've added a cluster, and instead of placing the quad, which would be next in the pattern, I'm actually going to attach the cluster first. That way I can end on a quad just like how we started, making the balloon section look like it has tapered ends, almost like a moon shape. Now I'm going to drape this sequin fabric over the right-hand side of the arch. This will add visual interest and balance to our design. I'm using a round tablecloth, but you could also use a rectangular piece of fabric. Drape the fabric over the frame so about 2/3 is on the front side of the frame. Nestle the fabric right up against the nozzles of that first quad of our balloon garland. I'm going to secure the fabric in place using a white zip tie, but you could also use a chenille stem, a 260 balloon, or a small clamp. You just need something that will tightly hold the fabric to the frame, but also be small enough that it can be hidden amongst the balloons. Once the fabric's secure, pull the balloons over the top of the zip tie, hiding away the mechanics of our attachment. If your fabric is slipping off the frame, you can always temporarily clamp it in place, or you can take a little bit of adhesive like a glue dash and put it on the top side of the frame to hold the fabric in place. To gather the fabric, pinch the fabric against the frame about halfway down the circle. Reach straight down with your other hand and pinch the fabric about 8 to 10 inches below your first hand. Bring that pinch of fabric up into your first hand and grasp it against the frame. Reach down again, pinch the fabric, and pull that fabric up into your right hand. Each pinch becomes a fold or a drape in the fabric. For this look, we don't want to pull the fabric tight from that zip tie up top. We want to have nice loose folds. And to achieve that, you're going to reach straight down. If you reach out towards the front, that will pull the fabric tighter. If your folds are coming straight from that zip tie, they're too tight. What you can do is you can pinch a fold in your hand and pull it towards the center of the circle arch, and that will loosen it up. Once I'm happy with how the fabric is draped, I'm going to secure it in place with another zip tie. If you're new to draping fabric, I would actually recommend either using a clamp or a chenille stem or floral wire, something that you can tighten down, take a couple steps back, look at how your fabric is draping, and then you can loosen up that wire or chenille stem and adjust the fabric until you're happy with how it's sitting before tightening it down for the final time. Let's add a bit more texture to our balloons with some mini clusters. To make a mini cluster, inflate 5-inch balloons to about 4 inches in diameter. I'm using an electric timer pump set to 1 second, or you can use a hand pump and put 4 pumps of air in each balloon. Inflate 2 balloons to 4 inches and then tie them into a pair by wrapping the nozzle around twice and tying them in a knot. Make a second pair in the exact same way and join these into a quad by twisting 1 balloon from each pair around each other, locking them into a quad. Make a second quad in the exact same way, and then we're going to join these together into a cluster using an empty 260 balloon. Cut your 260 balloon in half with a pair of scissors. We're only going to need 1/2 of the balloon for each cluster. Tie the nozzles of 1 quad onto each end of the 260 balloon. I made 2 mini clusters in each of my 3 colors. Attach a cluster to the arch by stretching the 260 between the 2 quads around 1 or 2 balloons that's already attached to the arch. You want to make sure the 260 sits against the nozzle of that balloon so it's hidden from sight. Then you can play with the arrangement of those smaller balloons so that they either nestle side by side for a large textural element, or you can spread them apart from each other, filling in any gaps and defining the outside shape of the arch. I'm going for a color blocked look on my balloons, and so I'm going to place the mini clusters only on top of balloons of the same color. Now it's time to attach the themed foil balloons, and there's 2 different ways I'm going to attach these to the arch. The first is by tying an empty 260 balloon to the nozzle of my foil balloon. I'm going to set the center of my 260 on the very end of the nozzle and then roll that nozzle up with the 260 in the center, kind of like a burrito. Then I'm going to take the 260 tails and tie them together in a knot right against the seam of the balloon. I'm going to nestle the side of the foil balloon against the balloons of the arch and attach the foil to the arch using those 260 tails. Stretch the 260 tight and wrap it around 1 or 2 balloons that's already in the arch in a figure 8 pattern. Then you can let the tail go and it'll disappear into the center of the arch. This attachment method is great if you want your foil balloon to be on the inside or the outside edge of the arch. But if you want your foil balloon to sit in front of the arch, you have to use a different attachment method. For this, we're going to tape the 260 balloon on the back side of the foil balloon. Lay the 260 across the center of the foil balloon in whatever orientation you need this balloon to sit. Then I'm going to take a piece of white gaff tape that's about 6 inches long and secure it across the center of that 260. Tie the 260 in a knot over the top of the tape, making sure you're not pulling that 260 too tight as to pull up the edges of the tape. We just want to create a loop here. Then I'm going to reinforce that first piece of tape with 2 more across the top of it in a perpendicular manner so that the tape looks like an H. This will allow us to secure the foil balloon to the arch so that the front side of the balloon is facing out the front of the design. I'm tying this foil balloon over the knot of my draped fabric to hide the zip tie, and then I'll attach a couple more foils using both of these methods around the rest of the balloon arch. If you enjoyed this project, you should check out this video. And until the next time, remember, stay creative, everybody.